A hierarchy is basically a list of anything that you fear or avoid as a result of your OCD. So if you think about your everyday life and the things where you would usually either avoid doing them or perform some kind of neutralizing response or compulsion afterwards, then those are the kinds of things that you'll be wanting to put on your list. So the point of making a hierarchy is so that you have a kind of a map, really, of your OCD in terms of the things that you want to tackle, the things that you want to be able to do differently. And so it's relatively simple to create this. Just grab a piece of paper, I hope you can see this, and just have a quick brainstorm. Think about all the things that you fear or avoid and chuck them all down on a piece of paper. If you have any trouble coming up with things, most people don't have too much trouble, but if you do, maybe ask a friend or relative or somebody who maybe knows about your OCD, if they do, whether there's anything that they think that you've missed out, and or think about over the last few days, when have you performed rituals or compulsions, or what have you avoided. So just have a really good think about the sort of things that you want to put on your list, or that you ought to put on your list, maybe I should say. And then once you've maybe chuck them all down on a piece of paper, you want to actually turn them into a hierarchy. And the way that you do this is basically down at the bottom, maybe write 10, and up at the top you write 100. So at 100, what you're going to do is you're going to put whatever is the most fearful situation for you that you can imagine finding yourself in, like today, as your OCD is. So if you have a fear of contamination, that might be going to a public toilet, or whatever you would think right now, oh my gosh, I would never want to do that. That's usually the thing that goes right here at the top. And then at the bottom, try and think, what is there that I could do that I know I usually avoid or don't like to do, but actually if I push myself, I probably could do it differently. So again, maybe if it's a contamination fear, maybe you're like, okay, I could probably turn off the light switches without washing my hands or wiping my hands and spread that contamination if I really tried. So then you'd put that down here. And then just look at all the other things that are on your list and just put them roughly between 10 to 100, roughly where you think they go in order of difficulty or how distressing you think they're going to be to try and tackle. It doesn't have to be exact. It's really just to give you a bit of an idea of something that you can sort of start to work through. I'm going to talk in another video about where to start on your hierarchy. But ultimately, when you do the hierarchy, just stick as much down as possible. Don't worry if not everything's there, because you might suddenly remember something tomorrow, and that's fine. You can stick it on the hierarchy at any time. It's really just to give you a bit of a guide more than anything else. And then once you've got your hierarchy, then you can watch my video about where to start on your hierarchy, and then you can get started with tackling your OCD with some ERP.